Hey guys, where's Daddy going?
To the race car track.
Race car track.
So, what are you gonna do at the race car track?
Well, hopefully we're gonna run a car around the race car track and it'll stay together, right?
Yeah.
All right. And before we go, we'd like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors. Busybody Meals. For a refreshing race day lunch, choose Busybody Meals. Back to you, Bob. All right, guys. So, went and picked up the trailer. I think I might make it. We are cutting it really, really close. I mean, the car is running. It's got like a they call an RPM surge still, and I can't figure that out. It most likely is some like random vacuum leak or something like that. But needless to say, I can run it through an RPM surge because it's just at idle. Basically, once you rev it up, there's no problem. So I'm nervous as all get out, and I think my expectations for tonight really are to just get over there and have a little fun, get a little track time, but most importantly, make sure the car stays together. Again, first time swapping everything. I'm trying to take all the suspension, like all the tires off and check all the suspension, make sure everything's tight. I think I'm just really nervous about that. So, more to come, about to go load up the car. The bank right now. You hear that wind? That's because my 2003 Chevy Silverado just lost the AC compressor, so we running with the windows down. Anyway, I'm heading now over to I-55 Speedway, Federated Auto Parts, and they have a $1,000 to win race tonight. Here is going to be a win for me. Come back with the car running. Now, normally, like Bob says, you never go to a racetrack not expecting to win. But you also can't win a race if the car's not going around the track right. So we need to make sure. I'm kind of considering this like a test and tune / race. We'll know right away when we get out for the hot laps whether or not this thing feels right. Just hoping that I brought everything. I literally been up since 5:45 working on this, and I'm a little nervous about it. So anyway, this is the camera angle you guys are going to have on the way over there because I don't have a phone holder. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Worked a ton, got it going. Pray to God it lasts. Headed to I-55. Ready to head out for hot laps. So I'll give you guys an update after we go. There's only 3 classes tonight, so it should be a shorter race. Just kind of checked over everything and pray to God that it goes well. one recap. Heat race, started 6th and worked my way up to 3rd. And I was trying to catch 2nd, but it just wasn't quite there. I was changing lines a little bit, getting them a little bit here and losing a little there. So turns out, came into the tech and the top 2 guys got DQ'd. So for tire pressure, you have to run 30 pounds of pressure here at I-55. So I won that heat race, and I will start 3rd in the feature. Here we go. You got the win. All right, guys. So, race recap. It's 2 days later. Had 4th of July yesterday. Basically started in 3rd, ended up finishing 5th. Passed a couple people, got passed by a couple people. Long story short, the car got hot again. Don't really know why. Actually, we're pretty sure. So what happened is I looked at the gauge, it was hot, and then I looked back down and it was a little bit cooler, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it. You know, this is with 3 laps to go. So I was in 5th place. I was like, God, I really wanna make the end of this race. So as I went past the checkered, I cut the engine power, and next thing you know, it wouldn't come back on. So, like nothing, I had no power. So I roll around, literally physically just rolling, and then tried to get to the infield to check, and it caught on fire. So that freaked me out a little bit because that's never happened to me before. So props to the I-55 Federated Auto Parts crewman, because next thing you know, dude's right there spraying it out, and that didn't last very long at all. I was getting ready to jump out of the car. So long story short, pulled it back to our trailer, got a push from the push truck, and had nothing. Turns out that somehow the battery cables into the post that are drilled in got ripped out completely. So the negative was still on there, but the cables were not connected to it. So we're thinking that is what lost our fans. And then once that happened, I ended up getting really hot. And then all of a sudden, I blew another lower radiator hose. Anyway, we got that all connected and the car wouldn't crank. So that's where I'm at right now. So the car will not currently crank. I just got done diagnosing it, got off the phone with my buddy Eric again, and it sounds like it jumped timing. We think that maybe the tensioner or the oil got so hot that it jumped timing, and so it's just sounds real muffled and it's barely rolling over, but it is rolling over. So we don't think we blew it up, but back to the drawing board, we're gonna learn again. The biggest lesson in all this is that I need to learn to freaking come off the track whenever the car gets over 230, 240 degrees. That is my fault, and it's gonna be an expensive error probably again. But needless to say, it was a freaking blast. Like, man, I could put the car anywhere I wanted to, and I wasn't quite there with all the top guys, but if you watch the race, you'll look, these are like really, really competitive racers. They race everywhere. They travel to Tennessee and all parts of Missouri just to run races. And so a lot of, every single guy at the top has basically TBG tuned computers, a lot of Cavaliers and Cobalts. And so I was ecstatic to just be in the mix with these guys and actually being competitive. And so I don't think I have much to say other than that. Long outro here, but just a lot to explain. I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the channel. You'll be following along with another repair, unfortunately. But we just can't thank you guys enough for supporting us. I had a guy, Sean, thank you so much for coming to the track. More on Sean later, but Sean was a guy that showed up at the track and found out us from the channel, and we were messaging on Facebook Marketplace over an RSX actually. But Sean helped me the entire time, and so I can't thank him enough, and then my whole family for coming out and supporting. Anyway, like, subscribe, share the content. We appreciate you guys.